The Bunker Project is brought to you by Wix.com, the easiest place to create a website online.
You bet it sure it is, Andrew.
Welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Project. What are we on now? Episode
106? 7. You know, I just can't remember anymore. I've been drinking too many black bears.
All right, welcome back to another episode of The Bunker Project. I'm here with my co-host, Bob Garlick.
Hey, how you doing, Andrew? Long time no see.
Good, good.
Yeah, what have you been up to this week?
Oh, what's the usual? What about you?
Oh, you know, it's social media week. I've been out, like, doing my thing. I kind of got a little sick, so I'm, like, you know, really nasally this week. So, you know, it's cool. Oh, my God, I think I'm dying. I got to go and, like, get somebody else to fill it. Hang on a second. Hey, James, where are you at? What's up? Oh, I guess I'm co-host now.
Sweet.
So, no, this is James Carg at Twisted_Babbitt. Yeah, I know. It's the worst radio play I've ever done. So,
probably the only one.
Worst, eh?
It is the worst. I used to do it lots more, but anyways, yeah. So Bob's sick today, so I'm filling in as co-host, James Carg at Twisted_Magic MAJIC, and yeah, what's up, Andrew?
He puts the J in Magic, and I'm Andrew McGivern, and I'm at Podcast Hero on Twitter and at Andrew McGivern on app.net. And we're just going to jump right into the roundtable.
Yeah, and I think we should.
You need a smoke.
I need to go use my e-cigarette. Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyways, I think we should start on that side.
All right.
So,
dude in the corner.
Al, bring the mic close to your face and tell us who's your daddy and what does he do.
What about my mommy?
You can tell us that too. I mean, we don't know you that well just yet. Just give us a little short synopsis of who you are, your social media profiles, and what you do.
Okay, thank you. So yes, I'm Al. I recently went back to the world of websites and SEO. I used to do web pages in ASP about 7-8 years ago. And as far as social media, I do Facebook and LinkedIn. Twitter, I'm beginning to get into. And I also want to learn a little bit about.
Okay, so what's your handles on?
Sorry, one more time.
What's your handle?
Username.
Like what do you use?
How can people find you?
How do they contact you? Like at Al, or what is it at?
Right now I have ARU06, but I think I might throw that away and
that's
start
probably
a
a good
brand new
idea.
one.
Yeah, I think you need a better one.
I need a better one.
Yeah, use your brand or your personal name.
And you have a connection to the Bunker Project already. I guess one of our past guests is a friend of yours or coworker.
Well, I met Bob and what's your
and
name?
Andrew
and Andrew a couple of weeks ago at Matt Astefan's meeting, and actually, but Margaret is actually the first person who told me about this quite a while ago. It took me about a year to get my self over here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the Bunker Project.
Thank you.
Nice of you to take my invitation seriously, finally.
Whoa.
Really? A year? Wow.
All right. I guess you're not getting a good deal on insurance.
Yes, no, I'm glad he's here.
All right. So next.
All right. My name is Bevan Thomas. I'm a writer, editor, storyteller for various clients, and also a local comic book creator.
Whoa.
Oh, cool.
And I guess I sort of find, in a general sense, sort of internet branding really interesting. I do a lot of writing for that, and I do a wide variety of social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Behance, which is basically sort of LinkedIn for various kinds of artists, and
Deviant Art.
Not myself, because I'm not a visual artist.
Okay.
I just kind of write this stuff, but and so like I occasionally take a look at DeviantArt, but I don't really have
Are you going to MegaCon next week?
No, because unfortunately I will. It's in the Thanksgiving weekend. And so I will be away in Victoria with my family celebrating Thanksgiving.
That's okay. Just tell me what your comic book is, and I'll tell everybody about it.
Well, I am a board member of Cloudscape Comics, and we sort of publish a comic book anthology every year with stories from a wide variety of artists.
Cool. Where can you check that out at?
Yeah, it's a local group. We have a website, cloudscapecomics.com, where you can buy our stuff. They're also available in most comic shops in the Greater Vancouver area. Our latest one is Giants of Main Street, which is fantasy stories, and then the previous one was 21 Journeys, which is travel. We like to have a different theme for each of our collections.
Cool. What's your favorite comic book store?
I have a lot of fond memories of the comic shop on 4th. That's where I've often gotten a lot of my stuff. Though now I often visit Lucky and RX because they're closer to where I live. They're both on Main Street.
Cool.
Cool.
All right. Who's the guy next to you? He looks like Eric Steinberg, but smaller.
Hey, my name's Gary Lee. Hi, how's it going?
Hello, Gary.
And I've been online since 1994 in the days of bulletin boards and Mosaic browsers. And
You're Gary from the well?
What, you were 12?
I was young, but you know there was a lot of interesting stuff online to have a look at then.
Porn.
And those days have changed.
Now it's gambling.
Yeah. So what are you up to these days, Gary?
I actually am a co-owner of about 4 multinational companies, and one of those being the office space and virtual office business, and we broker for actually 250,000 offices across the world, and have about 150 plus virtual offices. So it's
Cool.
very interesting.
So what is a virtual office?
A virtual office is a very, very good question you got there. It's something all entrepreneurs should actually know about, and various other people. But essentially, if you imagine that you're selling soap, for example, from home, you make your own home brand, and you want to give yourself a good presence, but you don't want to have an expensive office downtown, and to give yourself all of that showcase to the big businesses you're trying to pitch to. You can basically use one of our virtual addresses, which is a physical address in a very good location, and you're never actually physically in the office. You are just using it as a showpiece for your business.
Sounds like something Ian would use. Or Sanj, but
So it's kind of like a PO box kind of
It
thing.
is. It's a glorified PO box.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
you
okay.
also have people that can, secretaries that can answer the phone for you and your company name and forward it onto your cell phone.
ooh.
So it's like a VA service, but you also get
So you
a
get
physical address to
Absolutely.
put on
and
your business
you can
card.
register your business
So y-
there as well in various countries. So
Very cool.
So you get a secretary, but with all the benefits.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, not all
Alright.
the benefits.
Without the benefits.
Without that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I think
What
you're.
benefits are those? I don't get it.
You know, they actually like get you coffee and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're funny.
And
We've
they
got,
keep track of your messages and your schedule. You know, that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
So
So
That's
and people
cool.
can send physical mail to that address as
Absolutely, and then it gets forwarded onto whatever address you give them,
well? Okay.
which is really cool for other businesses who are expanding as well, and they don't want to actually move into that location, but they're still, to the general public, believe that they're in your local area, so they want to do business with you.
There you go.
So, yeah,
That's
it's
pretty cool.
interesting. All sorts of people use that service.
what up?
So 21st century.
What about that other awesome thing you're doing though?
Oh, you might be talking about Deal Carrot, which is, I know what everybody's thinking immediately when they hear that. They think, oh, God, here we go, another daily deals site. Well, actually, it's very, very different from that. We've got an app that allows you to basically look at all of the specials that the businesses, your bars and restaurants are running, and find the cheapest deal for your drink or your food.
Wow,
So,
that's
Cool.
a sick deal.
So that's it. You don't have to buy anything. No one's taking 50% from you like Groupon and various other people do.
So you don't get pillaged.
Yeah,
as the business
and
owner.
we do daily deals actually, but we do them at 0% commission so that we can get rid of some of these jokers in the business, really.
Mm,
So
interesting.
it's really
I know nobody
exciting.
here is really a big fan of Groupon. I don't think.
No, we did a whole
Yeah.
show. Like I think that
Did
was
a
like
few shows. It's
show
come up. It keeps
21,
coming.
yeah.
Keeps coming up again and again.
Share price is going up a little bit though, but when you're that low, it doesn't take much to go a little bit higher.
Okay,
So,
and
yeah.
Cool.
So we've also got the.
We got the Genesis design maven. We just need to figure out how to get him in there to talk. Oh,
All right,
let the Wix.
we've got-
Let the Wix guy. He doesn't even use your name.
Yeah, no personality. The Wix guy.
The
yeah.
Wix guy.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Who's that guy?
It started, ends with Wix, of course.
Eric Sternberg.
Hello, everyone again.
Hello, Eric.
Yeah. What do we do now?
You tell us. You tell us.
Wix.com? No, everybody knows
Wix.com.
about Wix.com anyway.
What are you doing these days? How's your meetup group and everything else like that?
all my offline activities are going better than expected. In fact, I just came back from a nice round in America, giving a couple presentations over there. And for some reason, I get more respect over there than here. Hello.
That's because we know you.
Yeah. That's
right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're there preaching Wixcom and how easy it is to use and all that good
Not
stuff.
just Wixom, just trying to wake small businesses up to the fact that they can do it all themselves, and it's super easy today, and there are no excuses to
Online
create their own
optimization.
presence, marketing, all of that. Just do it yourself.
Yeah,
Don't wait.
I mean, I made a Wix site in like half an hour.
Yeah.
And it looks like a professional did it, and like...
And if you still need to optimize
I need to
it a
optimize
bit
it
more,
a little bit.
you
and
need to make it better.
I do need to pay for it, but that's what makes Wix awesome. It's free, and you don't have to pay anything for the site as long as you don't mind having the ads. So actually,
Or if
in
you
a
don't
way...
or if you don't want your own domain.
Well, yeah. But the
Because
best
you can have like as many websites as you want with Wix. It could be like jamescarg.wix.com, jamescarg2. Wix.com.
And then just like,
James
spoof
Carg 3.
then
Yeah, I
just
mean,
hide the
those
IP,
are for just beginners, but most people still, after they use it. What?
No, he's just talking about it. He's not making a slight towards me.
Yeah, I mean, still, even those that do want to go to the next professional
you
level, it pays like about $60 or $80 a year, all of it.
Yeah.
See,
So it's an excellent offer for any small business out
And
there.
then you've got your .com full address, your
Any
own
kind
brand.
of
And
dot
you can do it
you
in
want.
HTML5.
Yeah,
That's
that's
right.
the best. Yeah, that's the most amazing part of Wix lately. I mean, we just released it like 4 months ago. A new whole platform, just HTML5, and we already have more than 1 million websites created in it. So right now, Wix is the biggest HTML5 website creator in the world.
Does that mean
Which
I
is
can see it
amazing.
on my mobile phone?
Can you believe it?
Oh my God, I can see my website on my mobile phone without
You
having
can
to pay.
see it on any kind of device.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Very
That's crazy.
cool.
You know why I
Very
leave
cool.
my Wix site free though? Free advertising for Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
He's
That's
just
a good
spreading
call.
the
Of course.
love.
Spreading the love. That's what she. Never mind.
And there's an e-commerce solution too, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
We are also brand new e-commerce solutions. And in fact, in 2 months' time, a whole new brand e-commerce platform, which will total game changer inside Wix itself.
So can you give the Bunker Project like a sneak preview?
Not yet, but probably in the next show, I will be able to talk about it.
Oh, you mean
Nice.
next week? Okay, yeah. Well, we'll
Not
talk
exactly
about that next week.
but next show. Physical
Don't
next
kill
show.
the
So
total.
2 shows from now, we'll hear the inside
Oh, 2
scoop
shows from now.
Yeah.
about Wix.com.
All right. So I think
right.
we've got San Sukikar. Did I say that right? From Genesis Designs here.
Yeah, San Sukrikar with Genesis Designs, website developer at Genesis Designs is the Twitter handle. I got my buddy Sasha here.
What's up, Sasha? You're a lot cooler than Assange. Just kidding. Oh, just kidding. He's got Bob's headphones on, so he gets the coolness factor. Oh, we love Assange. He actually shows up to the thing.
All right. Well, my name is Sasha Jolic, and I run SDA Software. And we basically do web and mobile apps, primarily mobile apps, iPhone, iPad, Android, that kind of thing. Maybe you've heard of it. Yeah.
No.
And so we do hybrid and native and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, cool. All right. That's awesome. What are you working on currently?
I can't tell you. I can tell you, but I can't tell you.
All right. All right.
He can tell you.
And
but he'd
are
have
you
to
on
kill
Twitter? Or are you on Facebook? Are you on Google Plus? Are you on Quora? Are you on?
Okay, we get the point.
What?
I'm. Let me see. I'm on Twitter.
MySpace?
I'm on Facebook. I'm on, but I don't really use any of them. So yeah, you can find me there. And my handle is just my name, Sasha Jolic. But it's probably going to be like a couple of years outdated now.
All right.
When did Twitter come up? Yeah,
2006.
yeah, that's
About
probably
when I was on it.
that's probably when my
Yeah.
when my last post was. Yeah.
Same.
All right. Cool. Well, now we're on to the car maven. Well, you could always share it with Margaret, but whatever.
Okay. I have girl germs.
She doesn't want to share out here. So anyway, okay. My name is Ian. I'm love buying cars, that kind of thing. Work in the car business, helping people obviously find cars and love doing it. That's pretty much it. Looking for me, I'm just free buying cars, love buying cars, all that kind of stuff.
And you're also doing some other things too.
Yeah, I also do some other stuff. I work with dealers to try and help them, and I'm also started a new company with Bob Garlick called Social Content Group. You can check it out. If you don't have time to generate content, we can help you.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice. What's your favorite new car?
What's my favorite new car?
Yeah.
McLaren convertible.
Ooh. And how much does that go for?
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
What if you just don't keep track of the prices?
More than 6 figures.
$500,000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that more than an Aston Martin Vantage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. All right.
Still got a ways to go on that Bugatti Veyron though.
Yeah, Veyron. But Margaret, how much would insurance cost on that? No, just kidding.
I don't do car
You don't do car
insurance.
insurance. Fudge.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Damn it.
Yeah, for you, forget it.
Forget it. He's got a red
until
one.
social stat.
Anyway,
goes through
Margaret
the roof.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
Margaret Reynolds, BC_insurance gal, where I protect people, life, disability, critical illness, travel. Don't cross the border without talking to me. You can find me on Facebook and LinkedIn. If you just look for BC Insurance Gal, you will find me.
How do you spell BC_insurance gal, just for people out there that are illiterate?
If they can't spell insurance gal, GAL, they're in trouble.
No, not the gal part. Insurance. Go on, just spell it out for me. Pretend like I'm the dumbest person on earth.
No. Because I know you're not the dumbest person on earth. You're just starting to become the most annoying.
Oh,
But
okay.
you know it. But you know I love you, James.
I know.
And I'm still not
I
going
know,
to spell it.
I know. And you know who I love more than you? That Miss Bonnie Sainsbury, who's
I'm
sitting
going
right
to
next
remind
to
you
you.
of that later.
I'm just kidding, but I'm not kidding. Really, Bonnie has become awesome.
And if you're looking for the most affordable new car I like, it's a new one from Scion and Subaru. It's a new
Ooh.
Oh, really? Scion. Yeah.
Scion. I haven't heard that name in a while. So Miss Sainsbury, how are you this evening?
I am just Marvy. How about you?
Good.
You're what?
Marvy.
Oh,
Marvelous.
Marvy.
She doesn't have enough time to say marvelous, so it's
No, I'm
Marvy.
just
Well, it's a Twitter.
She's
She's used to
ha-
she's
It's a
used to
Marvy
Twitter.
thing.
She's
Yeah, it's
happening.
Twitter.
She's
And
gotta
she's
shorten
hit
all
a
the words.
huge milestone, and the milestone is
85,000.
Oh, congratulations. Everybody give it up. 85,000 Twitter followers. That's
And
amazing.
Not junk.
Twitter followers.
Real
Not
people.
Junk.
No eggs.
Real people. Nobody that doesn't speak English. Nobody that doesn't have a proper icon.
Everybody's white.
No. They just have to speak English because I don't speak any
or,
other
or type
languages.
English.
Yeah.
Or they
Come on,
type-
don't be a
Or
dick.
they have someone type it for them. So you have to tweet in English so I can understand.
That's awesome.
Because I'm a
Bonnie.
little,
Congratulations. How long did
I'm
that take
also
you to
on
do it?
Facebook. Follow me on Facebook because I'm actually quite witty there.
Very witty.
So,
So one of these days we'll have to do like a how to get 80,000 Twitter.
Yeah, how long did it take
Twitter
you to get
follower
that?
seminar on the Bunker Show?
About 14 months.
Wow. That's like a growth rate of like
It's pretty good.
fudge.
Yeah, once I figured it out.
Yeah.
And she could tell you, but then she'd have to kill you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
And
Buy
then
her
people-
book when it
and
comes
people
out.
pay me lots of money to do that for them. So if I just give it away free,
Yeah, then no.
well,
way.
you could give some tips and tricks.
Oh,
and
no, I
then,
can do that. I can do some
And then you could
how to manage.
How to manage.
You
How
could-
do you filter through the noise?
lists. I
Lists.
use TweetDeck and lists.
Mhm.
And did you notice today Brian Clark, copy blogger? 2 or 3 people know who he is. Now uses Buffer app.
Nice.
there you go. Yeah.
Love
he
Buffer.
finally saw the light, so he doesn't use that awful archaic stuff that I won't mention.
And you know who just came into a partnership with Buffer today? TweetDeck.
Really, my 2
Yeah.
favorite things in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. You're creating-
And so the other thing, Dropbox is what my other one of my favorite faves.
I love Dropbox.
And so now in your Facebook groups, you can share a file from your Dropbox.
Whoa.
I know, it is so cool.
That's
I have no
crazy.
life. That's all I do.
Oh, come on.
So
Come on.
last week you were talking about getting into if this then that.
Oh, I love that.
What
Yes.
kind of recipes have you set up?
Nothing this week because I played with it about 3 weeks ago. But
I
BC
use
Insurance Gal has a
it
cool
to
one.
get free Kindle books because Amazon releases about 5 or 6 free books every day, and they have a top 100 list of free books, and you can get some really good ones.
Do you know what I use if this then that?
Yeah,
for?
yeah. I've set up a Craigslist one to be notified when things that I'm watching are coming up on Craigslist.
Eyebrow trimmers?
That's a good idea. I haven't done that one yet.
Thought of that.
You know what I use it for? I use it to keep track of Netflix. Every time they add some new movies to their thing, I get it to get it to Evernote in order to make sure I know what movies are out there, and I can be like, oh, I'm going to look for that. Unfortunately, though, it uses the American site, not the Canadian one. So I was like, yeah, I don't really.
Yeah, but then you just have to block your IP, make it look like you're in the States.
Oh, we don't want to do that. We just want to have the ability for us to take over the States.
Yeah. I was mostly really upset that Twitter clawed back all of the good stuff that you
what's
used
up
to be
with
able
that?
I don't know. They're a bunch of
I don't know what's going on with that. But we are the Canadian Borg. Please press 2 in French to be assimilated. So
James and I were on a beer podcast or beer hangout
called the Craft Beer Hangout. You can look for it on YouTube.
And the whole thing kind of degenerated to like a whole Canadian versus American.
Ooh, cool.
I started it.
Yeah, James started it. He did.
Did you win?
Well,
Yes.
I brought up the point that in 1812 we won, and it was the only war we've ever had. So
it's the only North American war.
And then I said we've retired champion.
Yeah. And
That was not the only
more-
war you
no-
had.
No rematches.
Well,
Hello?
but
In
it's
North America?
it's the reason that
No, the Canadians war in World War II.
yeah
Before
we're
the axis of evil. That's
No,
the main
true,
war.
but we had a war against the U.S.
against the
Oh,
U.S.
on your
Well,
own
it's
borders,
against
you
the
mean?
US.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And then we actually burned down the Blue House,
Nice.
which eventually turned into the White House. So if it wasn't for Canadians burning down the Blue House, there would be no White House. And actually, you can see the char marks at the bottom of their concrete. Apparently, I haven't been to the White House just yet, so I can't really tell.
I don't think they'll let you that close.
Anyways, this guy,
Yo,
the
me
guy
and Brock
that,
are like two like second connections on friggin' LinkedIn. So I'm sure, like, shout out to Barack Obama. You want me to come to White House? Look, come.
big shout out though for that
Yeah, after you just dissed
That
the States, I'm
hangout.
sure.
I didn't diss the states. I said we want to amalgamate them. It's okay. You know, come be Canadian. You know, your shit kind of sucks right now. Just come be Canadian. So
But check out that hangout.
we have free healthcare.
Okay.
If you like
When is it?
beer, it's called the Craft Beer Hangout.
Yeah, and it's an
really,
hour.
really cool. And there's a whole bunch of beer experts on there, and there's some people that like us that just like beer and are wanting to learn
So
more
they
about
tell you in
beer.
advance what beer you have to go
Yep.
find?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tell you what beer to bring. I haven't gone in a while because
Been
it's
busy.
been busy and it's difficult sometimes. But I want to go back sometimes.
Yeah, and
And,
just tell me whenever you're ready.
But the guy that runs it, he started the first Gulf War.
Yeah, he fired the first shot of the.
And
Gulf
he's got a certificate on his wall to prove it that
Really?
he fired
Yeah.
the ceremonial shot off
Yeah,
the
and he's-
aircraft carrier that started declared the war.
No.
Yeah, so actually, if you want to check him out, his name is Lee Allison on Google Plus. He has about 30,000 Google Plus people. He's an amazing chef and cool guy all around.
Yeah, he's
so.
a foodie, and he's and he runs a pretty good hangout.
Yeah, he
And-
runs a really
yeah.
solid
And this
hangout.
is the guy that you wanted to Canada to go to war against?
No, he's down with it. He's
Oh,
like
yeah,
he's
he was all
he's
all
all for
over
it. He's like, yeah, I love Vancouver,
Actually,
man. I
all
want to
the-
go up there.
Well,
It's like-
while James and I were saying all this stuff, there was all Americans on there. There's
they started. They're like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. They're like, all our entertainment is currently created by Canadians. All this other good stuff. So I mean, you know, we do love our
And
American.
we do have
brethren.
awesome beer.
We have awesome beer. Yeah,
And we have Celine Dion.
Okay, that's not a value proposition.
No. She's a resident of Las Vegas. I
Yeah,
think
she
we gave
lives in
her away.
America now. We have William Shatner, Jim Carrey, Dana Carvey, Mike Myers, basically anybody that was funny. So, you know, we have a good sense of humor in Canada.
all right. Let's jump into
Jump
the
it
show.
in. So, what are we going to talk about?
Well, we got a whole bunch of things. on
So,
the show
so I think
here.
this is seeing as a social media show. We should totally talk about the new MySpace.
Well, yeah. Before we get to that, let's just see who's gone to any social media week events.
Oh yeah.
And talk about that. What
Okay.
about you? You've been doing a whole bunch of stuff.
Oh man, I've been busy. Yeah, I've been doing all the social media week events, and it's been really good so far.
So what's the highlight?
Oh, highlight for me, getting to go to 3 different events in like one day. I guess
Cool.
that was just what do they call that? Like just being social. It was kind of insane. I went from listening to somebody talk about YouTube to a live streaming event to a women in tech event all in
Cool.
the same day. So it was kind of like a nice package. It was like listening to Josh Reamer talk about YouTube and listening to people go, YouTube, what's that? And then, which was cool.
Somebody
I mean,
actually said that.
kind of.
Hmm.
But I mean, like, okay, so he was talking about will it blend? I don't know if you've seen that YouTube video.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Yeah, I've seen
by
that.
doing YouTube videos, they've increased sales on their product by over 700%.
Yeah.
Problem is, how much is it costing them to keep blending those iPhones and iPads?
Oh, it's definitely
700% versus
it's definitely worth it.
an iPhone. I
It's
think
a
it's pretty
blender.
worth it.
Those
yeah.
blenders are expensive, man.
Oh, are they?
And I'm sure they've got good profit margins. Too,
Yeah,
so.
probably. So that was pretty interesting to hear. And then like the next thing was like, what did I go to next? The live streaming thing. So the Rapid Time Networks, which is George Moen's new company, and
Yeah.
that was cool to see. So they've got a fully featured live streaming set that they go do and kind of have people go and join in on, and and then just seeing how many women tech entrepreneurs were there, it was like, you know, it was amazing, and to see just how much they were into it. So
Have you been to any events, Bonnie?
Bosco Anthony's on Monday night.
Cool.
I love Bosco, so he's
what was he
really
speaking
smart.
on?
Where?
Where was he?
The ING lobby.
What did he talk on?
Monitoring social marketing. Yeah,
Pretty cool.
monitoring social
Cool.
marketing. But you always learn something from him.
Yeah, I in fact, just got back from one of the social media week events where we had, in fact, Josh Reimer, Matt Astifan,
Stephanie Michael Scott.
Ronan Lee. I mean, just a nice, good talk about how entertainers or creative professionals can promote themselves through social media. What works, what doesn't. I mean, if you need to use content or just promote yourself specifically. An hour and a half of on-topic conversation, which is excellent as always.
It's big contracts to the Bunker Show.
Definitely. Yeah.
You know what's awesome?
More
This
respect
black
there.
beer.
Hello.
You sound like CM Punk. Like that's his thing in WWE right now, is looking for respect. You and him are like following the same path in this storytelling.
I haven't
here.
watched that.
you
I
in
haven't
the
watched
wrong
that
place.
in years.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking for some respect. I don't know where it is, Eric. I think
No,
it's
but-
up
but,
outside.
You don't look for it, you earn
Okay.
it.
If we're talking about...
Oh!
Always.
One for
With your clout score, that's how we do it here.
Indeed.
Anyways,
We'll just quote you.
yeah, we'll clout you. I guarantee Bonnie's kicking your ass.
Definitely.
It wasn't me, it was Margaret.
Bonnie.
But
No, on the side.
Bonnie,
last year.
do you think that in Vancouver itself there are more women active social media professionals than men? Because from what I've seen lately, it seems that it's either 50-50 or women a bit of an advantage.
That could be. Yep.
Yeah?
No comment.
Yeah.
No comment? Why, Ian?
Yes.
Because you're in the car mainly business? Why?
I don't know. I thought she had no comment there, so I don't know.
Well, there is 3 women for every man in Vancouver
Yeah.
in general. So
Yeah, and that's why we're number 3.
Is that one of the reasons I immigrated?
it's one of the reasons I did.
Who said that one? That was awesome. Oh, you did, Gary. Yeah, okay. Bevan, do you have any opinion on this? Do you find a lot of women in your comic book and writing circles?
Actually, yes.
You got to get on the mic.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Certainly, I found that both in, I guess, my professional circle of sort of doing sort of writing and editing for various clients, like websites and press releases and stuff, a large percentage of the people that I've encountered have been women. And on the comic side, certainly with my own group, it's actually around 50-50. A lot of the older people involved with it are men, so the cartoonists, but I think a majority of the younger people are women.
Interesting.
Do you use your comics power to have sex with them?
Whoa! Whoa! Take a drink. That's a digression.
Oh, that's not the right
That
podcast
wasn't the
deal?
right
What?
con-
What,
Oh,
the
my
science
God.
fiction angle's not working
That's the
anymore?
late night show.
Not most of the time.
I thought we were having an interesting
What,
discussion about how women were taking over social media, and Eric just throws that.
What's
in.
the name of
Way
it?
to go!
Hey, the whole goal of social media is to have sex. That's the bottom line. Everybody
is-
knows
Social
that,
media
you know?
for-
the
foreplay,
name-
okay?
What's the name of that superhero power?
What? What's the name of that superpower? That's a good question. Yeah, what is that?
Has it got anything to do with poking on Facebook?
Who said that?
That's
Yeah.
so passe.
Okay. Anyways, anybody else been to social media week events? Al, have you been to any?
I was actually at the same place that Eric's talking about. I left early. I found it kind of boring, actually.
Oh. I'm going to tell Stephanie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to my free pint of Guinness tomorrow night. at
Oh,
Doolin's.
yeah.
So,
That's going to be so much
So
fun.
where's the free Guinness?
That's
It's
going to
Doolin's Pub.
Doolin's Pub. It's also the FP Reach Party as well. So it's
Yeah,
celebrating
they messed
Arthur
up.
Guinness.
Somehow they got the day wrong from Tuesday, and now they had to move it to Thursday, and somehow they got Arthur Guinness's birthday wrong. So way to go, Doolin's.
We know who the real culprit is, but we're not going to name names. So
Go ahead.
nope, can't do it. And I'm actually really excited for the Dragon's Den Summit on Friday.
Oh yeah, you're going.
I am going. I didn't get in. They didn't want to. They didn't want to put me in front of a bunch of people. But
I
there are
voted.
some.
How many people are there?
I voted for you.
There's 3. I got in the top 10, so
Yeah.
I'm still going to
did
be
you?
there.
Good
Yeah.
one.
Good
Yes.
for you.
Nice.
I
Nice.
still got in the top 10, but yeah, I'm not one of the 3. Actually, they kicked out 2 of the people that probably would have been the most entertaining on TV.
Of course.
But
Oh, that's too bad.
it's okay. Yeah, it's not. Who cares? So,
But
it was an awesome.
But you tried and you had fun doing it.
Yeah, I had
right?
fun doing it, and Stretta ran a really awesome contest, so I got to give that up to him and socialized. Is it socialized me? Whatever Shane Gibson.
Yeah,
that's
socialize
socialized.
Yeah, they did a great job on that contest. I was just surprised there wasn't more entries, but I think it'll be interesting to see the Dragons and go to the leadership's CEO summit. So I'm kind of cool. And then tomorrow, watching Gary Vaynerchuk go crazy at Reach 2012.
Yeah, a full day, right?
Full day, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like right in the middle of the day, so he's just gonna be jacked right after lunch.
Yeah.
Just like,
And
yeah.
it's free wine all day also?
I don't know, but I hope it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be
What
all
is
right.
Reach?
A Reach is helping companies get in touch with media. So they're going to talk about that kind of stuff and increase the reach of businesses with media. So
With traditional media?
I think it was with all media. So yeah, it sounded like a good thing. So I was like, well, let's go check it out. And Gary Vaynerchuk for like $100. I pay $100 to see him by himself, just like running around because he's just so. His energy is just like electric. He actually gets into the crowd and shoves mics in front of people's faces. It's just one of those things you gotta see. And he's got the thank you economy
he's
and
an
crush it.
interesting guy, yeah.
Super interesting. He's
Good
always
butts.
got good. Yeah, he's always like very.
Yeah, he's got excellent insights because he actually practices what he
Yeah,
preaches,
he practices
right?
what he preaches. He's a
Yeah.
he's a GSDer. He does that. That's his methodology. So.
Yeah.
And if you're looking for a code to get tickets to that for tomorrow, I can hook you up after the show.
Great.
All right.
Cool.
In the alley behind the den.
In Val's behind the dead.
All
Yeah,
right,
I got the
so-
code for you. I got the promo code here.
Bootleg tickets.
It's not a bootleg ticket.
So Bonnie, you use Buffer.
I do.
You talked a little bit about it before. What do you like best about Buffer?
The analytics.
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah.
Because you get to see who is, or not who, but
Immediately.
you see
can, yeah, you can.
what's happening.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So retweets, click-throughs, favorites. I think it's better than what's trending on Twitter. And I actually, I had it automated for a while, and I just found that it wasn't nearly as good as going through. I have, 25 or 30 RSS feeds that I check in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
and I choose what I'm going to tweet about for the day.
Yeah.
She schedules her.
How long do you
tweets.
actually spend on Twitter in a day?
Me? Not very long. About 15 minutes.
Yeah, but you schedule your tweets, but you actually look for relevant
Yeah.
content.
Oh
Right?
no, I look for relevant
Yeah.
content, and I do, prove that I'm a human being by.
Throwing in some random
I
tweets
use
every once in a while.
crap.
I put my RSS reader, like I tied it to the Zeit magazine app.
Oh,
It's on Android and iPhone.
okay.
And that's a BC company.
Is it?
Yeah, I
Oh,
just found
cool.
that out today.
Actually, I didn't
I'll
even
check that out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. What you do is it's kind of a combination of a feed aggregator and StumbleUpon, because you can give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to the content, and so then you end up seeing only content that you like. So
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of categories, but I just very rarely get out of my top content category. And I just go through and I'm like, okay, this, and I add it in, and it syncs with.
And it's ZITE, just for everybody.
Yeah, ZIT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll
And
check
you
that
can
out.
you can click one button and then share it to Google Plus. There isn't a easy way to directly share it to Buffer, but what you do is you just open it in the browser, and then you just click the add to Buffer
Yep.
link on and then it automatically puts it in there. So it's pretty cool.
Could you do an if this then that?
Yeah, you can.
Oh,
I
can
think.
you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you could just create that recipe and then just.
Oh, for Zeit, I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you.
Oh,
can.
maybe they
I'll
don't
check.
have Zeit yet, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's actually pretty cool. And one interesting thing that I found is I have hardly any followers on app.net, but I'm getting almost as many clicks as I am on all my other.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
And I
Well, I'll
think
have
it's
to check
because
that
there's
out.
nobody on app.net, and the people that are looking at the global feed,
Yeah.
and they're just reposting. They don't call it a retweet.
So would you call that a
It's a
secret?
repost?
Is to get on these
Get
social
on-
networks before
I would
everybody
say,
else
yeah,
and just
probably
start putting
get
on
into
Early
content?
adopter.
Yeah.
It's usually a good thing.
That was a good thing. I mean, especially at Google Plus, that was.
Tell me.
Yeah.
I like what Andrew's doing. I did a similar thing with on Android. There's an app called what is it? Something Republic, and then what it does, it almost
That's Twitter Republic, isn't it?
Twitter.
Yeah.
No, it is. Is it Twitter Republic? I'll have to look it up. But
I think so.
What it does, if you put social media in there, it just gives you. It's an aggregator as well. Gives you a whole bunch of social media articles, and then you can sift through it humanly. And if there's anything of interest, then you just buffer it, essentially.
Mhm.
So does my 15 minutes a lot of good?
Yeah, I just do it when I'm on the SkyTrain or whatever. I just
Right, exactly.
I do that with Flipboard. Like ever since I got my new S3, like I'm always using Flipboard and then posting content whenever I got downtime. So,
But one of the things I've been dying to ask Bonnie is between the free buffer and the paid buffer, apart from being able to stack for 2 days versus 1 day, is there any other advantage to getting a paid account with buffer?
Oh, you can stack way more than 2 days.
Yeah.
No, I think with
No,
the
you
rate
can't.
that I'm doing it, it allows me only 9 articles on a free account.
No,
So-
no, on a paid account. Though,
On a
you-
paid account.
Oh, I see. Is
Yeah.
that
About
right?
4 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And anything else in terms of reporting or?
I think the
more
I
social
don't-
networks you can add.
Oh, I
Oh,
see.
can you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I went
Okay.
right to paid right away, so I don't
Gotcha.
remember what was.
I think
on
you
the
can only
free.
have 4 social networks.
That's
on
a good
the
way. I
free
mean, it's
version.
like just pay for it.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It's
on-
$9 a month.
'Cause
It's
I'm-
not
I'm-
like I had to make a big.
$9 a month, eh? Do they
It used
offer
to be-
you
It used to be $5.
really?
Yeah.
And do they offer
raised it
you
to-
like a flat fee for the entire year, or do you have to?
Oh, they probably did. I don't remember.
Okay.
It was-
Yeah, I'm
Just
looking
thought
for-
I'd ask.
I'm looking for something. I'm going away for 4 weeks, and I'm thinking, who's going to keep my Twitter account alive?
You will with all the content of you
Yeah.
traveling.
So if I can, well, not it's a personal holiday, and I don't think I'm going to have. a
Dude,
whole
your
bunch
Twitter
of-
followers love
He's
that.
going.
so
He's
They'll
going.
be like, dude,
I'm
he's
having lunch.
rocking. Look at him.
No.
He's like, I'm
Well,
having
no,
lunch.
he's going off the grid. He's going off.
No, quite honestly,
Oh.
on a serious note, if you have a SEO following or a technical following, and you start posting a whole bunch of personal things, that's the fastest way to lose your membership.
You know what? Screw those people that don't follow you because you're posting vacation pictures. You didn't want them anyways. Like seriously, be true to yourself. Don't be true to a brand.
No, because I have
Like-
2 Twitter
No, but
accounts.
if it is your brand, you don't want to be mixing it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but okay,
Yeah.
Bonnie and Margaret. I know you guys will jump in with me here. You are your brand at all times, right?
Yeah, but that not
No,
necessarily,
He has a corporate Twitter
There
and
you
his
go.
personal Twitter.
There you go.
all right. Well, leave some 22-year-old with
I
your.
am. I mean, it's like I
leave
am
some
my brand.
22-year-old. Leave some-
James, how many people are dependent for work on your tweets? Exactly. By the way,
about 800.
no, feel free.
Did you say
Put my
twits or
holiday
tweet?
pictures on it. Yeah, I'm naked. I'm happy with the Austin
Hey,
Martin promotion.
Hey, look. Do you know how well that social media strategy worked for
Getting
Prince
drunk
Harry?
with Santa on a boat.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Hey,
Like,
I'm just happy that when I see the tweet or the Facebook update from Eric saying, "Hey, I'm heading to Wreck Beach."
yeah, exactly. There you go.
You don't see anything after that until he's back, and thank God.
Yeah, but like,
Well, I think that one thing I
Because
actually
I've been there, and I don't.
I guess Bevan's
Yeah,
trying to
sorry. I think one thing I actually think is very interesting about I think that developed with the internet is that often people end up having many brands, whether
Yeah.
they have sort of more than one job.
You got to get
or-
right on it.
Sorry, more than one job, or in that
Okay, a little
job they
off of
have. Sorry,
There you go.
they have different responsibilities, and yeah, I think it often is an important thing to make certain that, you know, in your particular Facebook or Twitter thread, whatever, that you're presenting people with exactly the right image that you want to present.
Do you mean that on the internet you have
Oh my God,
different-
it's DJ Lefty.
DJ
that on the
Lefty
internet you have
has
in
arrived.
fact different personas, and each of those has its own responsibilities?
Yeah. I think that's definitely true.
One private, one professional. Each needs to have different activities, right?
I think potentially. I think certainly each one has a different audience. Certain people are more interested in, say, what you're doing in your career than in your professional side, and I mean certainly other people are much more interested in your professional side than in your career. Like, imagine there's a lot of family and friends who aren't especially interested in hearing someone's social media tips if that really isn't the profession that they're in. They're much more interested in hearing about your personal life, and then other people would be quite the opposite.
That's a good point, because when do you cross the balance, basically? I mean, if you're a big company, you can't actually share your private stuff, right, Ian? If you're a big car company. But if you're a private person or a medium company, you usually today see people sharing their more private stuff,
actually,
becoming more human in a way, right?
A musician's friend is a big, supplier of audio gear, and they recently started tweeting and putting out on Facebook that the CEO was on vacation.
Okay.
They showed pictures of him on the beach with his wife drinking cocktails.
That's how big a
and
company?
And they said, it's a pretty big company. But what the angle was is that the CEO's away and we're going to slash the prices. And it was a big marketing campaign.
Excellent.
Yeah. So
That's
while
a good angle.
while the CEO is away,
any car companies doing that stuff?
Well, I think the forefront on the car company forefront on the car company side was Ford, but I think a lot of other companies now are starting to wake up to the fact that obviously that's something they can look at. They're still not having as much fun, I don't think, as Ford did initially, but they are starting to wake up to the fact that they have to speak to their customers in terms of talking about the CEO of the company, not so much, but talking about what people are doing with cars and trying to make it a little bit more fun. I think there's definitely a lot of interest, especially from the Koreans. I would say that Hyundai and Kia are definitely pushing big time in that area, and it's helped them for sure. But also when you look at even the higher end import companies, you're seeing some of that as well. I mean, they're starting to be interested at least, whereas 5 years ago or even 3 years ago, they were like, I don't know if we can do that and be comfortable, right? So I think you're going to see a big push, especially as what's going on in China with the Japanese. I mean, they got to do something there. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I was reading on the news this morning that they're cutting production in China because of all the damage that's been because of the discrepancy over that island. So basically, they've been burning cars, and there's been some real challenges in the China market. Yeah. So that's a huge opportunity for the Germans, everyone else, especially the big three Americans, because Buick is one of the biggest sellers in China anyway. So there's a big push, obviously, from everyone else to get in there and sell more vehicles. So
if they keep getting people to burn them, they can make a few more sales.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard when they're burning the dealership too, right?
Yeah. So I have a differing opinion on social marketing. It's called marketing.
Yeah.
And so I don't have a personal account. I just email my relatives when they want to see pictures of the cat or whatever. So and it turns out I don't have a social life, so I'm okay.
Yeah, but you never post pictures of your cat.
No, I don't. No, there's one picture of my cat.
You put other people's cats on there.
I put no, it's a shelter.
Yeah.
Everything I do is marketing. And it's me. I have a number of projects that I work on. They don't happen to be separate companies, but I work on different kinds of projects that are all mine at any given time, but I still stay me, whether it's internet marketing, social marketing, and the other kind of projects that I have. So it's business casual is what I'm calling it.
Mm-hmm. So is it like a product placement more than it is anything else? It's almost like your one long movie just promoting different products throughout it.
No,
she's very much Bonnie.
I'm me.
Yeah, I have to say it's like my Twitter is probably kind of more 80% professional, a bit of me, whereas my Facebook's kind of more the reverse. It's 80% me, about 20% more, a few business stuff, but most of it I just push out through my business page.
Is that because that's more visual on Facebook?
Well, no, because it's kind of, Facebook is a bit more casual. I mean, my business page is my business page, and I push business stuff out there. But on my Facebook page, I want to be there for fun. I mean, those of you that are on that, you know that. It's mostly pure entertainment.
Yeah,
things that I find really funny.
I think Facebook personal pages are because, like Bonnie says, she loves Buffer for the analytics, and I don't get any clicks on. I don't know if people are actually.
my
Really?
personal
Buffer
Facebook
will.
page is
No,
a
no,
big
no, no,
portion of why
I
my
s-
clout score is so high.
Yeah.
Your Facebook,
My personal
your
Facebook
yeah,
page.
mine too. But all of my interactivity on Facebook is when I post a picture of Mateo
Well,
or a picture of something that I was doing when
See,
I was
mine's
away
usually
for the long
wine-related.
weekend, or if I put a joke up or something like that. But if I put a link that I put on Twitter about a social media thing that's happening or whatever, zero clicks.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
we don't get as many.
BC, I would put that out through my business Facebook page, and then I do get some clicks on it because that's where they're expecting it to come from.
Exactly.
Or what you could do is on your personal site, create a list that's for your business contacts. Like what I'll do is on my business
good
page,
idea.
on my Facebook business page, it's 80%, or well, you can say almost 95% business and then 5% personal. And then on the personal Facebook page, it's exactly the other way around.
Yeah, same as mine. Close.
And what I'll do is like that, even 5% of business that I post on the personal side, I'll send it out just to my list. I have a list called business or Vancouver area, and that only targets all my business contacts in the Vancouver area.
That's interesting because I've actually never. I know about lists, but I've never actually.
I
You
used
never
I tried them.
segmentized the people.
No, I've never segmentized my Facebook
Not Facebook.
people.
As Bonnie said, it's all marketing. Andrew, wake up, segmentize
Wake up
everyone,
and smell the coffee.
No, I
and
don't.
leverage.
That's the only. Facebook is the only thing I don't have segmented and analyticized.
But I think it's a good
and
idea because
Facebook
actually
is-
I've got different people that follow me for different reasons on Facebook because I used to be in the whole natural health arena, and I put some stuff up there. And people that follow me here, they don't care about that stuff generally, so I could segment that. That's
But
a good idea.
Facebook changes.
Yeah.
Truly. Facebook
But I think
changes
I've got
so
some clients
often.
in networking connections on there. Figure either they're going to get to know me and want to work with me,
Or they're not.
or they're not. And if it's
It's all inbound marketing. So it's
Yeah.
No, but that's-
really
that's a good-
about us.
That's a good question because you, Margareta, specifically, you are the business.
I am the brand.
And people, you are the entire business for insurance. And if people don't trust you personally, they won't
That's
go
right.
to the next step, right? Or
Yeah,
am I wrong?
if they want the suit wearing stuffed shirt with no sense of humor, yeah.
Hey,
don't work with me.
speaking
so
of
for a private
No,
person,
actually,
that
sometimes-
makes sense. But a big company,
Yeah. Oh, for big companies, totally.
No,
Well,
speaking
that's
of,
apples and oranges.
Eric,
You can't compare them.
speaking of suits, DJ Lefty just joined us, and
Has
on
a
his
suit on,
Facebook
yeah.
page, he's got this like GQ picture of him in this new suit, and I'm like, "What's with the suit?" And he's like, "Oh, I got a new job."
Wait. Are you talking about
so
the
DJ Lefty, he's been
Yeah?
he
what's
just
the new
arrived
job?
here a little bit late, and just for listeners who don't remember who he is, he was here
3-4 months ago.
it's got to be like maybe 15, 16 episodes back, and he actually had all his DJ gear here, and he was playing some tunes for us and stuff like that. I could tell that you wanted to say something about this whole Facebook
I wanted
thing.
to say that you were actually the perfect example of using a Facebook page for too much stuff. Your Facebook page has, like you said, the old health stuff and stuff
Yep.
with your kids and stuff regarding your this here. And I read the stuff with your kids because that's what I'm interested in. But I find I miss the stuff that that I'm interested in because I'm overlooking it because I don't care about the healthcare a part of your life, and I don't it's not interesting to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you want to use Facebook as your family personal, like for me, it's a fun thing. That suit picture that I did today, I had to get a headshot for this new job. I threw it up there because it's cheesy, and I thought my friends would get a goof out of it. But at the end of the day, I think you could benefit, or your Facebook followers could benefit more if you did take the time to segment your different businesses.
Yeah,
and
because I know
family.
who those people are.
Yeah,
Like the
and
people
quite
that,
frankly, I know,
yeah.
and I would actually, you and I would probably interact more because I'm overlooking things because there's so much going on your Facebook page.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
but you don't see, because of EdgeRank, you're not going to see it all anyways in your feed.
No,
right?
you're not.
You're only going to see a small
No.
percentage of it.
On the subject of social media branding, I guess maybe just to take a slightly different direction than I think some of the other people have brought up. I think in some ways it's actually more important for someone with like a small business or who's just doing it on their own to strike the right balance between sort of formal and informal stuff, because I think it's much easier if you're part of a large company, it's much easier to separate the person who the employee who's posting stuff from the company's brand. Whereas if it's a small company, if it's just you or if it's just a couple of guys, then basically it's much more the people are the brand. And therefore anything that the person posts on, say, Twitter or Facebook is going to be perceived as being part of the company brand, more so than if they're from a large company where there's more of a separation.
I hope that's not true, because I just started working for Bell, massive company.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I know. We're enemies once
Take
again.
the suit
You're part
back.
of the system, aren't you?
I am.
Take the suit back.
But the thing is, if anybody went to my Facebook page, there is nothing professional, with the exception of this one photo, on my Facebook page. And I think that they would, if anybody, I would hate for a client to go there and say, I'm going to base my decision on whether I'm going to do business with this person on their Facebook page, because that is not what I intended it for. But it is open because it's a part of who I am. And there's nothing incriminating on there, but there's party photos, and there's kid stuff, and you would probably find something incriminating. But at the end of the day, I would hate it. But I don't think they would ever make the connection Chad equals Bell, Bell equals Chad.
Now, DJ Lefty would enjoy lists a lot more.
Yeah, but for that,
Yeah,
you could, if you
It
really
seems like a
wanted
lot of
to-
work to manage a Facebook
No,
account. I
it's
throw
Facebook.
stuff up there and hopefully,
Absolutely not.
Well,
you'll be amazed how easy it is to manage those lists.
managing my Facebook page is too much for me.
Well,
Just
it's-
a regular Facebook page.
The lists,
Facebook.
the lists are
Can't be bothered.
basically,
Let's not get
it's basically
serious.
like Google Plus Circles, right? It's basically the same
Yep.
Yeah.
concept.
Kinda,
Yeah.
because like
Just tagging. That's all it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just tagging.
But I think that maybe if you weren't, say, part of Bell, if it's kind of more your own company or just a much smaller,
absolutely.
a smaller company, then it would be that the people would be more likely to kind of view your Facebook or view your other social media
For sure.
as being part of the company brand. But because Bell is such a big company,
I would-
everybody knows
yeah.
you're not Bell,
Yeah.
and therefore they're not going to identify as much your Facebook page.
Yeah.
With,
Yeah, no,
with
that's
Bell.
absolutely a good point.
Yeah.
But I've been noticing a lot of people, a lot of podcasters and social media personalities out there have been culling their Facebook fans and moving everybody over to a fan page.
Yeah,
Because-
separating it.
Yeah,
Finally.
totally separating their family and friends from their
Yeah.
actual business life by having a separate page, and that way, instead of having, if you have thousands of followers, it's just a big fire hose, and you
Yeah.
miss your grandma's birthday photos because
No, I've
seeing,
seen the same in other podcasts.
DJ Lefty's stuff coming
No,
through.
you're looking at
and you're
Andrew's
seeing-
health stuff, and
Yeah, there you go.
No, I've seen that in big companies. I've seen that even just other podcast people that have the same thing,
Yeah.
Facebook pages, and actually sending emails to people. Please go to the professional page because I want to keep the profile personal.
If you want to
Just that
Yeah,
simple.
if
lock
you want
it
to keep
down.
following me, move over here. Or otherwise, you're out.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happens when you annoy one of your customers and then they know where you live and what your kids look like and all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff? So there's a good reason to separate some of these things sometimes.
Yeah, that's
What
another point.
kind of business are you in?
I have to tell you, I have to cure you.
No, that's exactly like, I keep sounding like a broken record, but that's where you go for lists. Because I used to publish a lot of my baby's photos, and then one fine day my wife woke up and she got paranoid. She's going, "You're putting all these videos and putting all these baby photos on there, and the whole world's looking at it." And I'm a very open guy. I'm thinking so, but then again, her opinion is different, and you're like, you don't want that. You only want
And you
family.
said, yes, dear.
That's right. And you just want family and very close friends to look at it. Because some people, as cute as everybody else's babies are, other people might not care for it. So you just deliver that content to very
Or
close
we just
friends.
unfollow you.
Exactly.
No, I think
No, truly.
I think
Piss
that
me off.
You
You're
see,
gone.
you just limit the amount of posts you see to only the
Yeah,
really
that's
there you
important
true.
go.
stuff.
There you
no,
go.
I mean we are a good group example of people that have been using social media for a few years now in a from personal to professional level, and part of social media maturation is this: we need to start to separate the personal from the professionals. We see it in ourselves. We see it out there as well. I mean, social media has been going strong for maybe 3-4 years. It's time to mature,
Yes.
finally. Not only on that aspect, but also on the ROI aspect. Is it working in professional? How much exactly? What are the numbers? all of that is finally coming home in a way. Right, Bonnie?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
So,
I think that's very true. I think there's kind of a big philosophy of sort of full disclosure amongst people who use the internet, and I think it's often important to kind of take a step back and think in some circumstances, is that really the right option? Do you really want to be, showing everything to everybody like so many other people are doing on the internet?
But isn't that all about focus though? I mean, I think you've got to have a plan and a game plan, and also what you're doing with it. I mean, if your game plan is to share baby pictures, fine, whatever. I mean, there's a lot of people on Facebook doing that, or cat pictures or whatever else it is. But if you're using it for business or marketing, obviously you have a couple options. You could segment it out, or you could have a separate account.
Yeah, I think
whatever's
that's
easier for you.
I think that's the key here.
That's what you got to look at.
Those are the two.
What are
ways
you
of
doing with it? What's the goal?
Yeah.
But truly,
now
how
this
often do you go to somebody's business page? Not very often.
No, you don't go to the page,
unless-
but you see the update. Right?
It'll
Okay,
show up in
but
your
you
feed.
don't,
Yeah.
because unless it's a contest,
That's exactly right.
I don't go. But I will follow your business casual profile.
My wife said the other day, she goes, "Why does Lysol have a Facebook page? I'm never going to proactively go to Lysol's Facebook page.
There you go.
Unless they have a contest. And if they
There is a
do,
good reason.
right?
There's a good reason you can go there and complain on it. And that's what happened to that movie theater in the UK. I don't know if you guys heard about that. There was it was a bank holiday weekend, and on a Friday somebody decided to bitch about, I think it was Odeon movie theaters, and all the staff were off until Tuesday, and before they knew it, they had 28,000 people complaining on their Facebook page.
Wow.
So it's they need those pages. So
I
that people
just
can
saw
complain.
a tweet earlier. It says basically social media is 24/7. You can't just turn it
Yes.
off when you want to.
Nope.
If you are managing a brand.
I think they were just proving that.
Well,
point
but that's
in
true,
some
though. I
sick
mean,
way.
when you look at, for example, Subway, I mean, they're actually got someone managing that online. Like, I put a comment on about one location. They're on top of it real fast.
Yeah.
Which is
They
awesome.
have to be.
They have to be, right?
There are more and more companies that are really being on top and doing an awesome job, and that's good to see.
Yeah, even like the small little restaurants, Sushi Mart on Robson. I went there. When I used to live in the area, I went there quite a bit, and I came back and I said, back in the old neighborhood, visiting our favorite sushi restaurant, Sushi Mart, and right away I got a tweet back saying, "Thanks for coming back." Like it was just like that. So,
Yeah, well, but the funny thing was with Subway, though, I mean, a couple months ago, I was in probably the worst Subway I've been in my life. Like, I mean, it was horrible, and I slammed it on everything, and I got nothing. And then I did a positive comment today, and I got all this feedback, so it was kind of hilarious. Like, I took photos, it was that bad.
I was going to say that one of the worst things they could do is put that out there, put a tool for customers to say negative or positive things. But for the negative ones, one of the worst things they could do is put that tool out there and say, "Hey, use this," and then you give them a bad comment, they do nothing about it. That's horrible.
Yeah,
That's
but they don't
absolutely-
even have to. They got Yelp, and these guys already have the tools out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I work with auto dealers, and I went to a group, and one of my first visits, I went to the different locations, and some of the dealerships had Yelp accounts, some of them didn't. The ones who had them weren't aware of them, and one of them had a really good review. They weren't even aware of the review. I mean, it was hilarious to me. But when you look at bigger brands, be it Starbucks or Subway or whatever, even if it's McDonald's, it doesn't really matter. They need to be dealing with these bad comments just as much as the good ones. You
Of
have to
course.
open that conversation.
even more
what
important.
really
It's even more important,
Yeah,
for sure.
that's what killed me.
yeah, it's
I
And that's
told-
part of the reason I did it. I was wanting to see what they were doing, right?
I totally agree with Ian. I got my hybrid, and I came home, and I was so super excited. And then I tweet about it. Same thing, like I think, just like Andrew said, within an hour, I had a tweet from a different dealership, Destination Toyota or
Yeah.
something like that, talking about how, you did a perfect, great choice. And I'm thinking, I didn't even buy a car from you, but you're using my topic to sort of get publicity. And I thought, how sweet is that?
Yeah.
It doesn't offend me. He's complimenting me, but he's benefiting from it.
yeah.
Well, I'll
Very
use
good.
I'll use an example on LinkedIn. I was talking to a dealership because I've been playing around with LinkedIn questions, and I said, you do understand as a dealership that you could put out a question that basically targets customers. I mean, you can put out a question, are you debating buying this? And you can even geographically target it, and customers will identify themselves. They'll even tell you what they think about your brand or your product. And it works. It's very, very straightforward.
Do they still see it as a weakness in a way? All those big companies, dealers and such, actually talking openly and asking questions.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you a little bit about that. I mean, when I saw the gentleman from Ford a couple years ago, what was revolutionary at the time was that he was taking risks. Most car companies don't take risks, and the reason is they want control. They don't want to take risks, but they're being forced into the limelight, and it's just how they deal with that, right? That's what's changing.
And on that note, another bunker project is in the can. As Leo Laporte
Yay,
says.
Wixcom.
Thank you for being here, everyone.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and thanks to Wix.com for sponsoring the Bunker Show. Wix.com is the easiest place to create a HTML5 website on the internet. And if you want to call in to the show, call 1-877-636-1474. We'll bring you into the show with a question, comment, or complaint about DJ Lefty.
Hey. Easy now, easy.
And
that's
we'll
easy to
see
do.
you
No complaints.
again next week.